And I'm here today to talk to you about how a different perspective can change everything. And by everything, I mean everyday life, everyday obstacles, pretty much everything. And at the end of my speech, I invite you to ask yourself the question, am I living or am I thriving? Now, the definition of perspective is a simple one. It is a point of view, a way of looking at something. But it also can relate to your everyday life. Example A, you're in a restaurant and you see a person, a disabled person, and they're having to be fed. Now, perspective A person can go by and say, wow, I feel really bad for this person, he's out in this public setting and he's having to be fed, And then there's perspective B, whereas instead of a disabled person, there's a person here, in this restaurant, and they have somebody in their life that considers them an equal, that is willing to help them with the daily challenges that they have. Different perspective. That's all how you look at it. Now, perspective, as simple as it is, it's also very complex. It's how you can change your life by simple things instead of just getting by. It's a perspective, the way you look at it, to actually thrive. And I want to share a short story about how perspective was introduced into my life. I've been in a chair my whole life, and when I was younger, to get around the house, instead of just having a big bulky wheelchair following me around, a big chunk of metal, I had what was like a child's pedal bike without pedals on it. And because I have a little limited mobility in my hips, so I was able to move around the house and that. And one weekend, I was spending over at my brother's house, and he was entertaining some guests, so I pretty much just stayed out of the way, and went to bed early. The next morning I woke up, and I was hungry. So I get on my scooter, I call it a scooter, and went into the kitchen, and trying to look for something, foraging for something to eat, everyone's quiet, everyone's asleep, nothing's going on. So at last I found this pizza box, and it was on the counter next to the refrigerator. So I go over there to it, and sitting there thinking to myself, okay, everybody's asleep, there's nobody here, I'm trying to be as quiet as a mouse. How do I get myself this pizza? And so I started looking around, and I noticed on the refrigerator one of those magnetic can openers they have strapped to the front of the refrigerator. But it's quite a bit out of my reach. And so I keep looking around, I'm like, what can I grab? There's nothing in sight, there's nothing on the shelves, nothing to grab. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to go for this magnet, the can opener magnet, try to open up this pizza box so I can get some food. And underneath the magnetic can opener, there was like a brochure or menu for a local restaurant. So I'm like, well, I can just grab that, I can go to the edge, I can grab that and grab it with my mouth and just slowly start pulling it down so I can get this can opener, so I could have pizza. So I started pulling on it, and first thing that happens, of course, is the magnet starts coming off and the thing almost falls, and I'm like, oh no, my whole life's gone, I can't get this pizza. And so I figured, okay, maybe if I pull it at an angle, or go slowly, wiggle it or something, I can get the magnet to come down. So that's what I did. I pulled grabbed it with my mouth and pulled a little bit on the menu, slid down the magnetic can opener, and I get it to where I can reach it, pull it off the refrigerator with my mouth. I get back over there to where the pizza box is at, and I wedge the end of the can opener into the side of the pizza box, start pushing one side up, and I was like, oh, this is great, I'm gonna get some pizza. So I turned the box around, shift it around with my chin, slide over the other side so I get that side open. Started opening the other side, and guess what? The other side closes. And I'm like, how am I gonna get this, So after a few trials, what I did is I ended up opening one side, leave the can opener in that side, then turn the pizza box the other way, and was just using like the side of my chin to pull it up, open up this pizza box, right? And I finally get the pizza box open, and I was like, success, finally, at last, all that work, all the obstacles that I came over to be able to get this pizza. There was a couple pieces of crust. Wow. That was horrible and detrimental to me. But I learned a valuable life lesson, and maybe like the cornerstone of my success in life as it is, and that is perspective. Instead of getting a cold, day-old piece of pizza, what I did is I got a key to how to succeed in this life. And that is, whether there's an obstacle, whether it be something minor, whether it be something major, there's always not only a way to go around it, but a way to conquer it. Instead of seeing walls and barriers, I see challenges that are waiting to be taken advantage of and found and figured out. And that's been a big drive for me in my life and my success. I invite everybody here to look at everyday obstacles that you have and change your perspective. Look at the challenges that are faced before you, and don't consider them a wall, or don't consider them something unobtainable, but look at them as challenges to be overcome, as victory. Also, like I said earlier, I want to also invite you to ask yourselves, do I live or do I thrive? And that's my perspective. Thank you guys. Thank you.